Dr. Christy Ennis. Core exercises are really just like green leafy vegetables. We know they're good for us. We probably don't get enough of them. And we find it challenging to incorporate them in a way that actually is good, either tasting good if they're green vegetables or feeling good if they're core exercises. So today we are going to go over the 3 exercises that you really need to do if you're just starting out, or if you were on a little hiatus, maybe you had an injury, that are going to be not just effective and target the muscles you need to target, abs, hip, some of those back muscles, but are also safe if you're just starting out, or like I said, just kind of coming back into things. Because there's a lot of fun, crazy exercises out there that are good exercises, but maybe not the best to start with. So that's why I said today, 3 exercises for you guys to start with to feel good. Exercise number 1 uses a little loop band here. Now, if you don't have a band or don't want to use a band, that's okay. You don't have to, but this will give you a little bit of resistance. And this exercise is called a hip 3-way. Sounds exciting, doesn't it? Hopefully, actually, it will feel exciting. But we're going to work the outer, the inner, and the back. Again, that's actually all part of our core to help support and stabilize us. So band is an exercise in and of itself, just getting this darn thing on. You can feel free to sit when you put this on. I do like the loop bands versus just the tied ones, and I'll link these below. But it will be easier the higher up the band is, and therefore more difficult the lower down the band is. Make sure you have something sturdy to hang on to, because you actually are going to be working both sides of the body as you do this exercise. More bang for your buck, can't go wrong there. So, standing with those hip feet width apart, try that one. Those feet hip width apart to get a little resistance in the band. You're going to shift, so I'm on that right leg, holding on as needed for balance, just don't lean. And we're going to start by bringing that leg out to the back, out to the side, those toes are pointed forward. Then you're going to bring it forward a little bit and across the body. So, out to the back, out to the side, forward a little, and across. So try to shoot for 5 to 10 repetitions on each side. Exercise number 2 is lying down on your back. Now, if it's comfortable for you to get on the floor, awesome, but if not, you can do this one right in bed if that is better on your body. This is a little Pilates move, and there was a study done actually on beginners and those with back pain showing that this crisscross exercise really effectively targeted those obliques and that rectus without actually causing pain into the back, which, right, is definitely an important thing. So I'm going to show you kind of 2 versions of this. The standard one that we see, you want to think about just really making sure the center of you is nice and solid. Usually that means just that kind of little gentle belly button pull in and not arching or flattening, finding your comfortable position and staying there as we go to lift those feet up and not pushing that belly out, okay? From here, hands go behind the head as long as it's comfortable. You're going to straighten one leg out, and then using really the side muscles, you're going to turn towards that bent knee. Now, I'm not yanking with my elbow. I'm not pulling my head. It is just as effective, and actually more effective if you're really focusing in on the area you're working. And then it's a pause back in the middle, opposite leg goes straight, and that little lift and turn. And I'm straightening with my neck muscles, so don't do that, right? Just a nice, gentle, sometimes you need to close your eyes. Now, again, that was shown to be quite an effective exercise, but if that is too much to start, it's okay to bring those legs down on the ground to start. Hands behind here or here if that's more comfortable. But same idea, we'll straighten one leg out, lift a little, and then add that twist towards that bent knee, back down, and switch. So when I'm having people just start out with this exercise, I usually start with 10 repetitions total, 5 to each side, and then as you advance, you can bump up the numbers and bump up where your legs are. Our third and final exercise of the day is going to be on hands and knees. You do not need to sit like this, trust me. You can do this one again on the mat, or if that isn't comfortable for you, right back up into your bed again. If your hands or wrists are sore by putting pressure on them, sometimes holding weights can help. I have had people tell me they use their knuckles or their fists I don't find that very comfortable, but that is another option people have told me they use. So let's get in that right position. And with this exercise, we are actually working even through some of those shoulder stabilizers, but those lower back multifidus or multifidi, since they're plural muscles, the abdominals and those glutes as well. So shoulders stacked over those wrists. And it's going to be one leg and the opposite arm extending out. So if I extend my left leg, and then I extend that right arm, trying to keep a happy head position and a happy spine position, meaning I don't want to arch and I don't want to tilt, right? So whoops, or fall forward like I just did. Goal would be to alternate. And again, this is activating all of those nice stability muscles nicely. Now, sometimes that is too much to start because a lot of times people do this. They're not quite up to that stability yet. So I'll have people start with just one leg and leave the arms down so that we're just going extend back out, and you don't have to point your toes if that's uncomfortable too. And extend back out, trying to squeeze into those shoulder blades a little bit too at that same time. If that again is too much, even just starting with the arm is not a bad option. Now the goal again, probably about 5 on each side, working up to 10 on each side. And one more little addition to make it a little easier if you are doing opposite arm and leg, even staying on one side to start is a little bit easier than alternating sides. And if you have no idea whether you're doing this one correctly, a lot of times I'll have people take like a broomstick or a yardstick, or because we all have them attached to us, our phones, just be careful with that, right across the back, because if you shift around, it's gonna fall right over. Now, if you have a willing partner at home to help you out, that's probably the best option. But that's not always the case, so there are some ways for you to do this right on your own. Thank you so much for tuning in today, you guys. If you want to get rid of pain anywhere in your body on your own with just one little portable device, don't forget to check out the Derma Edge. I created this while I was going through Lyme disease to help get rid of my pain on my own, nice and gently. It's patented and made in the US, actually right down the road in Laconia from where my office is. So don't forget, you can click the link here or in the description to order your own.